everybody. Welcome to Talking Animation, and this show where we talk all things animation. And today we have a very special episode where we're diving into the world of indie animation and from the perspective of what is going to be the next flow, which sounds weird to say, but everybody's that's the big talking point. Even my friends who went to Annecy in France, everyone was talking about what's going to be the next flow. And it was so funny when I was at TIFF, we went and saw Arco, and which we'll talk about. But even somebody, I was leaving the theater, somebody said behind me, "Oh, I wonder if this is going to be the next flow." And so this is everybody's talking about it, and so we thought it would be fun to talk about the world of indie animation and who's done some interesting stuff and who could potentially be the next flow, who could produce the next flow. And so I feel good. Rachel Wagner, Stanford's here.
Hey, how's it going, Rach?
I'm doing good. And a lot of these are ones that we talked about on Obscure Animation, on Talking Animation, and over the years, because we've done so many over the years. And so it's going to be fun to kind of think back on them. And, these animated films take so long, especially these indie ones.
Yeah, seriously.
That a lot of them, I wasn't really able to find out what they're working on.
What's next? Exactly. Yeah. There's, Rachel kindly assembled this list. And so, yes, I've been doing the same thing. I've been researching all these different directors.
Yeah.
And, at least one of them has a film that has been announced that they're working on, but no real details, which we'll get into. But
yeah, I mean, a few of them have ones that are literally in the festivals this year, but not as because when I first thought of doing this project, I was like, oh, surely a lot of them will have projects in announcement, but I couldn't find that many that was the case, which is interesting. And so anyway, we're just going to talk about their work that they've done that makes them on our radar, that we think they could produce the next flow.
Exactly. Well said, Rach.
Yeah. And of course, we have to start with Gints. He literally made Flow. So
the creator of Flow.
Yeah.
And really, I think as far as just the research I've done, the only one who's got a project that's formally announced.
Which I'm sure part of that is because everybody
is
wants
asking.
To know, you know. And so 2028, he has a movie called Limbo planned. And so that's really exciting. Let's see here. I have a link here.
And Rachel, I'll be anxious to hear, what you found or what you think, because really, the only thing that seems to be known about it is that Gints is working on it. Now, how do you say Gint's last name, dude? Do you know how the proper way to say it?
Yeah, I was going to say at the beginning, apologies in advance. There's a lot of hard names.
So yeah, please forgive us.
But it's like Gints, Zilotus?
Yeah, Zilotus.
Something like that.
He's from Latvia, right? Am I getting that correct? Where he works from?
Yes. And so this movie
Limbo coming out it's initially slated now for 2028.
Yes. It says there's 3 years of production post for this film ahead of us. We're really excited about it. Gintz is doing the animatic. It's so he's so cool because I mean most of Flow he made on his laptop.
I mean,
just by himself.
It blows my mind.
It is
the work he did on Flow.
When you look at a movie like Elio, which cute enough movie, but what did that cost? $250 million. And here
it had an army of people. Yeah. I mean, you look at the end credits, hundreds of people
on his laptop in Latvia making a movie. It's just unbelievable.
It's mind blowing. And particularly the skill involved and just the beauty of that film.
Yeah. And he, it says here, as Gintz is doing the animatic, he's also writing the script. So evidently he's going to have dialogue on
so that's the thing that I read, Rachel. The only big difference with Limbo compared to Flow is that Limbo's going to have dialogue.
And he's also composing hours of music to test on the animatic. So everything is kind of
I mean,
simultaneous.
this guy, he's so talented. It's
He
just,
is
yeah, and
unbelievable.
even though I know we're going to explore some more, but I think chances are excellent. This is the next flow. Is
Yeah,
going to be
yeah, I think so.
Limbo in
And
2028
it's
from Gint's.
really exciting because I mean the Academy for so long was just the Pixar machine, which I mean they were deserved for so long, which they had an amazing run, which I could understand. But then there were some others that were a little like Brave. There were some others that were a little shaky, and uh and I certainly would have gone with um Wolf Walkers over Soul personally, but they were on the Pixar train for a long time, with a few exceptions of like Rango and Happy
Yeah,
Feet and things like that.
yeah,
But but the last like 4 or 5 years, it's been really exciting because they have been embracing
indie.
they've been embracing indie and real animators.
Yeah,
You've got Miyazaki winning, you have Del Toro winning, and you have Gintz winning. That's pretty cool.
I agree. I think it's really cool. I think it's wonderful
Mm-hmm.
for the animation industry and also,
Spider-Verse. I think Spider-Verse has a lot to do with it,
yeah,
even though that's a studio film.
yeah.
I think that was a game changer on so many
And
levels.
so, right.
Yeah.
And I think what was so cool about Spider-Verse for me too is that it came from a studio because it really felt has an indie vibe,
Yeah.
to it.
It does.
And that knowing that it came from a studio,
Yeah.
for me, it just felt like I just felt this tremendous sense of hope. Thinking,
Yeah.
okay, there could be this potential that we could have just like a whole bunch of mind-blowing animation that's just gonna be coming at us, and
Yeah.
lucky us, lucky us.
Yeah.
It's the film viewer that's I think a big winner as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean, this year I think it will continue. Because I mean, this is such a weird year for animation. We'll have to see. It depends on how good Zootopia 2 is. That everyone's kind of waiting to
Right.
see.
It's all kind of TBD,
Yeah.
right? If yeah, yeah.
Because I mean, if it even though technically just like Spider-Verse K-pop is studio film, it still feels like a bit of an outsider,
Yes.
like not a typical movie to win.
Right.
But I do think it's the favorite right now.
Well, it's so beloved,
Yeah, so
and
beloved, and just frankly, it is just the best of.
yeah,
I've seen a few of the indies. I've seen the major releases. It's a year with not that many releases.
yeah,
I mean,
true.
I know they changed the rules, but I mean, it feels like a year where we would get only 3 nominations, but I know that that's not a thing anymore. So we'll still get 5, but it feels like a year of 3,
Yeah.
just with how we just haven't been that many animated
There ha-
films. No
Right.
Illumination, no, only one DreamWorks, because Gabby's Dollhouse I don't think would qualify. It's
Yeah,
too
I was gonna say, is that gonna
it.
qualify?
No,
Because
I don't think so. It
it's so
has
much of a hybrid, right?
Yeah,
That
it has. I think it has too much. I mean, I know they made an exception for Marcel the Shell because the Marcel the Shell, and we'll talk about it, but Marcel the Shell actually had backgrounds
yeah,
that were painted animated backgrounds where you didn't think that they were, but they actually were.
but they were.
So there was more animation than people thought,
Yeah.
but they made it a special that still required a special appeal
Yep.
for that. I don't think that Gabby's would count. I don't even think they'd submit it, to be honest. I mean, I don't think they submitted Paw Patrol, but I could be wrong.
Who
Um,
knows, right?
who
We'll
knows?
see.
But
We'll
but
know.
anyway,
Yeah. If
yeah, we'll know.
maybe Paw
Um,
Patrol is gonna get a nomination.
but there's that's next year. This Paw
Oh, that's
Patrol.
next year. That's right. My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, yeah.
My bad.
But but anyway, this year
Time
there's
to,
just not that many. I mean, the Dr. Seuss movie got moved. The
yeah,
like a
right.
lot of the films got moved. So anyway, so I think that K-pop has a really good shot. But yeah, 2028 Gents is, and I feel proud of us because we covered away early on. we covered away. So we were aware of Gints in 2021. It
2021.
was
Okay.
it was released in 2019. We covered it on the pod in 2021.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So that made me happy. And I did get to interview Gintz. So check out that interview.
Which is so
And
cool that you
it
got to
was
interview
really
Gits,
cool.
Rage.
Yeah.
Still,
Yeah.
that's so great.
Yeah.
So glad you got to do that.
Are you a fan of Rachel's reviews? Do you look forward to Family Movie Night, Female Film Critics panels, or the Talking Disney podcast? If so, please consider supporting the podcast by becoming a Patreon. As a patron, you get to access monthly events such as the watch-alongs and Q&As, where you get to talk to stars and find out the behind the scenes of the movie making industry. And you can pick what I review for Family Movie Night or even become a guest on the podcast. Podcasts and YouTube channels are expensive, and I really, really could use your help. I would so appreciate it. You also get to be a member of the Facebook group where we talk about all the films that we're seeing, and we have so much fun. Go to patreon.com/hallmarkies and select one of the Rachel's fan tiers. That's patreon.com/hallmarkies.
Up, I have Pablo Berger for Robot. He's the director of Robot Dreams, which was
which I
great.
absolutely loved.
Yeah. I loved that. And so just on that alone, I'm ready to go. His next one, he could definitely make the next flow.
Well, what I read, Rach, is that he's been involved in this Fantastic Seven program that supports new directors that work in genre films and in fantasy films.
Oh, cool.
And so, but it doesn't mean that he's directing the projects. But still, his involvement that he's promoting and that he's mentoring this talent. I just wonder, if he's gonna, what is it gonna, it's just gonna be very interesting to see what his next project is. Robot Dreams was so brilliant.
Yeah.
And so well done. I'm excited that he's taking the time, to do these other projects and to help other animators, but also I'm like, dude, we want to see another one of your films.
Yeah.
too.
So next up, I have Jeremy Perrin, and he
Yeah.
is the director of Mars Express, which we've covered on the
Which
pod.
I also loved.
Gorgeous.
That was what a
great.
unique, interesting, and beautiful movie. Yeah.
Underrated, and
Yes, definitely underrated.
The world building and the story and the animation was so beautiful. It's a really good one. So hopefully he has some cool stuff coming out.
Yeah, so too, why is it that like all this great animation comes from France too? Because he's French, right?
Yeah, it's not even just animation. It's just they're just awesome about
just
art. I mean, because even Illumination's there.
Yeah.
So maybe they just there's just a lot of great animation coming from France.
It's really cool.
Yeah. And so it'll be interesting to see what he I wonder if there's like a lot of animation schools, because I know in Czech Republic, we'll talk about a couple Czech artists, but they have a lot of animation training in schools and stuff like that in Czech Republic. So that's why that's kind of that's why there's a lot there. There must be in France as well.
Yeah.
Have to be. But yeah, so he's somebody. Next person I had is Yusuke Hirota, and this is the director of Pupel of Chimney Town, which we've covered.
Yep.
And that is an amazing, beautiful film.
What a unique film. Yeah.
Yeah. That was really good, very clever. That's one that I think a lot of people that think, oh, I wouldn't like anime, I think they would like that one.
I do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So people should check that one out.
So we don't know what he's got coming up, right? I couldn't find anything.
If anybody knows, put in the comment section.
I know, seriously, share with us, please. But he's also done he's been visual effects person. He did just looking at his IMDb, he did some stuff with a Godzilla movie, Shin Godzilla. From 2016.
That movie looks great, so that's good. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing, is a lot of these animators get their shot, to animate, to direct. Even our friend Steven Anderson, like he's the animation department, he gets a shot to direct, And so it's what do they do next? What do they where do they go from there?
Yep.
Is cool.
Yep.
So next I have Amandine Fredon and Benjamin Massobre going French again. These are the directors of Little Nicholas, which
Yeah.
we covered, which is also underrated. So
Yeah. You and I
cute.
both, I
So
think, really liked Little Nicholas, as I
yeah,
recall, right? Yeah.
yeah. We did you were they there when you saw it at Animation is Film?
Um,
Do you remember?
I think uh I think one of the filmmakers was there, Rach. I'm not sure if both of them
Mm,
were there. I think
yeah,
just one of them was there. If
yeah,
I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong.
yeah.
Uh,
I'm
that was
so
that was a
frustrated.
thrill.
I'm so frustrated with the animation as film. It's so like frustrating because obviously I know that it's going to be in October, but I emailed them months and months ago and nothing. Never hear back. And then they finally send me a message last week saying, do you want to come? Do you want to be pressed? And I'm like, I can do that now. It's literally 3 weeks away. Like, how am I
Yeah,
supposed to plan that? You know?
yeah, yeah. It all seems like this festival comes together at the last minute.
Like, even if you are in LA, like people are incredible. My like
They're busy.
people are super busy. They've got all kinds of
They're
premieres
planned out.
and
They're planned out months in advance.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah. I
that's
don't get it.
it's frustrating. Like I need more time.
Yeah, I'm frustrated too. I looked at the schedule and there was some that I wanted to go to. I've got scheduling conflicts. I don't think I'm gonna be able to go see
Yeah, I
anything.
couldn't do it. There's no
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
So that's frustrating, but it is a great festival. If anybody gets a chance to go,
Well, yeah, and
yeah,
because more often than not, like as I said, like a director or some high
yeah,
high person on the creative team is there,
yeah,
and I know they're gonna do like for Disney, for example, they typically don't show the film, the upcoming film, but they'll show like 30 minutes of it
30
and have the
minutes. Yeah,
filmmakers there, have the
yeah.
director there, and it's really
It's
cool.
really it's really like an American Annecy. I just wish that because I need to know way sooner if I'm going to be pressed and I can plan on it and I can afford it and start planning and saving. And
Yeah, right.
so that's just the reality, unfortunately, because yeah. Um, and I probably wouldn't work anyway with doing the movie show anyway. So, but next we have Stephanie Abier, Vincent Patar, and Benjamin Renner.
Yeah,
And the Abier and Patar made A Town Called Panic, and then all three of these were on Ernest and Celestine. And Benjamin Renier just did that movie for Illumination, the duck one that was actually pretty good. I can Migration.
Migration.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
actually pretty good. A pretty good
yeah.
movie.
That film was not terrible,
Yeah, it
right?
wasn't. No,
Yeah.
it wasn't. So
And
I,
he's French. We mentioned
yeah.
another another Frenchman.
Yeah, and I think he did the big bad fox as well. So
Yeah, he did the Big Bad
yeah,
Fox.
yeah.
Yeah.
So they're all three of these super talented. Town Called Panic is absolutely hilarious. I just love every time the horse picks up the phone and it's the girlfriend being like, "What?" Funny to me. So
Yeah.
if you haven't seen Town Called Panic, it's really good. It's really good. So that's next. Then I have Dean Fleischer Camp, who of course directed Marcel the Shell with Shoes On. I hope that he's not now going to spend the rest of the next decade in Lilo and Stitch world.
Oh, let us
My
pray.
my hope
Yeah.
is that he uses it as a catalyst to then make some cool stuff, like so many directors do that. They'll make your mainstream film. David Lowery does that like so
Yeah.
brilliant, so well. Where he'll do a Pete's Dragon and use that to do the Green Knight or something more artistic and ambitious or whatever.
Right.
And so I love that and I think that's great. And I hope that's the case.
I do too. I've already whined enough about Lilo and Stitch and Disney live action, on your wonderful podcast,
Yeah.
Rach. But
I mean,
he's such a talented director, and
Yeah.
that live action, whatever you want to call it,
I think he did what he could with it.
I do too. And it had some moments of real. I think
Art.
I just feel like he's got I mean, Marcel, the Shell with Shoes On is such the perfect example of just the great emotion that I think he's able to bring out in
Oh.
in his projects, and Lilo and Stitch had some moments you tell like, oh yeah, but then it also just seemed like such a corporate thing,
Yeah,
as well.
agreed. But
Uh,
Marcel is such a
it
wonderful
is
movie.
it
I
is the
love it
cutest movie.
so
It's so
much.
fantastic in every
Yeah.
regard.
Mhm.
So I mean, I guess for him, I'm just ever hopeful. I'm hoping that he can just take all the bazillion dollars that he got from this Disney project and then pour it
Yeah.
into some really good stuff.
So next we have Richard Linklater. So
Oh
of
my
course
goodness,
Apollo 10 and a half, which we covered on, and we covered Waking Life as well
so good.
on the pod.
And
Yeah,
one of the few that really, I mean, he crosses both, live
live
action
action. Yeah.
and animation in a really unique
I,
way.
I wish that he hadn't made his bed with Netflix. Same thing with Del Toro.
Yeah,
That's frustrating because
yeah.
I just think his live action and his animated films have not gotten the respect they deserve
That they deserve. Yeah.
lately because of the Netflix. But he had two films not animated at TIFF, which I thought was interesting because I mean I think Nouvelle Vague, I think he premiered at I think at Cannes or Venice, one of those. But
Yes, I think right. One of those.
yeah,
Yeah.
but still I was surprised because usually South by Southwest is Linklater's home base
That's
because
that his
he's
yeah.
from Austin, and so I was surprised that he had two films at TIFF, but they were both good. They were both worth watching.
Okay.
Yeah. And I love Paul 10 and a half. That's underrated.
Oh, that's such a good movie.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Waking Life is trippy. It's not 100% my thing, but it's interesting.
Yeah, that was the thing. I didn't just adore Waking Life either, but you nailed it. I thought it was thought-provoking and unique.
Yeah. It
And
was fun to
and
talk about.
yes, absolutely. And again, what an interesting project I thought, dude, for him to tackle.
Yeah.
I was just saying, like, bring it on. I wish he'd I hope he'll do more.
Yeah. Next I have Keith Maitland. He
Yeah.
was the director of Tower,
Yeah.
which is so good.
Tower is fantastic.
Yeah. And so I would love for him to make more animated documentaries.
Yeah, me too.
I would love to see what else he can do. And I don't think he's done anything since.
No, I'm just
Yeah.
checking too. I don't believe he has. But
It looks like television. He's done some stuff for television.
okay.
But yeah, I would love to see more from him. It's really a good film, Tower. If you haven't seen it, it's really good. So that's next. Then we have Momora Hosada,
Yeah.
and
You saw
I
hit,
did. I saw his Scarlet, and it's very exciting because he had his movie Belle, which was his take on the Beauty and the Beast story, but in a sci-fi modern tech kind of setting, which was gorgeous, and I love that film. And so
yeah, I enjoyed that film a lot.
this is a sort of a fantasy surrealist take on Hamlet or The Lion King, right? It's the same story. The princess, her dad is killed by her uncle. She goes on this quest, and she kind of has to go into the afterlife
Oh,
in
cool.
order to find
Interesting.
yeah. And I heard some people behind me that were complaining about how like the world building makes no sense. And it's fair. It's fair because sometimes it's in modern times, sometimes in the afterlife. So it switches around. But
Yeah.
I was fine with it. It was beautiful enough. Had compelling enough characters. The music was great. It's not the same kind, obviously, as Belle, where there's singer, but I really was quite taken with it.
Now, was
So,
Osana there, Rach?
yes, which was so cool. So I've now seen him introduce two movies because I was at Animationist Film when he introduced Belle.
When it's Belle, right? Yeah, that's right.
So
Okay, I remember
cool.
that.
That was really cool. So he's incredible. I think I would be shocked if he wasn't nominated for Scarlet. Because I mean, you never know because he wasn't nominated for Belle, but that was a much stronger year.
Yeah.
So I would be really surprised. They would have to really drop the ball on the promotion in order for him to get skipped.
Okay.
And he's the only other anime director that has been nominated outside of Takahata and Miyazaki.
Yeah.
And well, I guess Studio Ghibli. There's a few others in there,
Well,
but
I'm
yeah,
excited.
he's the only one.
Do you know when Scarlett's getting into release?
I don't think it will come to the States until I don't think. I think it'll be kind of like some of the other anime. I think it'll be in February or March.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's gonna be in the
Yeah.
winter, right? Of
Yeah.
2026, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's what I was wondering. I hadn't
Yeah.
seen a release date for the for its US to run.
So we can go through some of these other ones a little bit. So we have Richard Lanny, who is the director of Sergeant Stubby,
Wow,
an American Hero, which I loved that.
You were such a champion for that film. Rachel, have you ever had the chance to talk to Richard Lanny? Or
no, I should.
Ever...
I should make that happen, but I haven't.
Because I know that was such a film that you were rooting for, and I don't think I would have seen it had you not recommended it. It's a cute movie.
It was really good. Yeah, it was a good way to teach kids about war that wouldn't be traumatizing, but wouldn't glamorize it or overly heroic. Make it overly heroic. So I thought it really balanced that well. So I'd love to see what he comes up with next. Then we have Hiroyuki Imayashi.
Yeah.
And he's the director of Promare, and he has actually been working on. There's a Promare series.
Interesting.
Is it
coming on? Is that a Netflix thing, right?
I don't know
if anybody's purchased it
or Crunchy. It could be on Crunchyroll. I'm not sure on that. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
But he has a series for Promare. Promare is absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
That was beautiful. And we have an episode of every single movie we talked about so far. Isn't
that's
that
true?
wild?
We do, don't we? I know, that's wild. Yeah.
We'd like to take a second to thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It's author Kate Hendrickson and her new book, Christmas Switch. She plans Christmas down to the minute. He wings it every year. But this holiday season, Type A wife Allie and her laid-back husband Tommy are switching roles and learning that sometimes the best gifts are the ones you don't plan for. Christmas Switch is a witty, heartwarming holiday rom-com novel perfect for fans of Hallmark movies, hot cocoa, and happily ever afters. When Allie and Tommy swap holiday duties, she's in charge of the outdoor lights and he's taking over Christmas dinner. Everything that can go wrong does. But in the middle of the chaos, they rediscover laughter, love, and what really matters most during the holidays. It's funny, festive, and full of heart, the perfect cozy read for anyone who loves Christmas stories that make you smile. Christmas Switch is available now on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, and Books A Million, free with Kindle Unlimited or at kate-hendrickson.com. Settle in by the tree and unwrap the love, laughter of Christmas Switch this holiday season. That's kate-hendrickson.com. Okay, so then we have Mike Rianda and Jeff Rowe.
Mitchell's versus the Machines,
Mitchell's
right?
Versus the Machines. I think that they have a high chance of being the next Flow. Both of them, they're great. And
and you just wonder too, because Netflix was such an animation
it's
binge.
such a shame that it didn't get a release in the theaters because they were planning on it, I think, but then the pandemic.
Right, the pandemic just messed it all.
Yeah,
messed it all because it came out in 2021, right? Isn't that the year that got released? And the
2021.
Yeah.
So
those directors did such a fine job with it. I just am wondering if they're, again, if they've got a multi-picture deal with Netflix or how that works. But
yeah, or I mean, and I think they were with Sony as well.
Sony, yeah.
And Jeff Rowe, he did go on to do that Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Movie, that's right.
Was really good too.
Yeah, okay, that was my bad. That's right, because this actually was produced at Sony, right? And just it got put on Netflix. Like Netflix was gotcha. Because rather than a theatrical release first.
Yeah. So then we had
I have COVID brain. Sorry, that was COVID brain moment.
Then we have Adam Elliott, who did Marrying Max, and last year was nominated for Memoir of a Snail, which both of those are beautiful. The animation, stop motion, gorgeous.
Yeah.
So he has a unique style. He's pretty cynical. But I appreciate his artistic vision, what he does. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'll be curious what he does. He definitely has the potential to make something that'll win, I think. So he'd be pretty high. So then I have Sergio Pablos.
Yeah,
And
Klaus, right? Isn't
Klaus.
that?
And
Yeah.
I really think that I'm not a Toy Story 4 hater, but I really think Klaus should have won that year. I just think that was the better film, but
It's a good film.
it is what it is.
It's a good film.
So Klaus is great. Obviously, it has the Christmas connection, but it's such a good story and the animation's so beautiful and it's just it's a great one. So I'll be very curious what he does next for Sergio Pablos.
Ditto.
Hopefully he won't be stuck in Netflix world land as well.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, next up we have Don Hertzfeldt. So he's been in the world of shorts for a long time, and I think he even has a new short coming out. I thought I remembered hearing that that he announced that. Animation mixtape. Don Hertzfeldt attends the premiere of Animation Mixtape at Beverly Theater on September 18th, 2025. I think he has a short. I think it's called Animation Mixtape.
Okay.
Or something. Anyway, Don Hertzfeldt, he's so creative and would definitely fit this, could make the next flow.
Yeah.
He has done features in the past. Beautiful Day.
Well, what I read is that, okay, what I'm seeing here from Animation Magazine is that Animation Mixtape is a feature-length collection of animated shorts.
Okay. Anthology. Cool.
Yeah, so it's an anthology.
Good.
So yes, please.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to see that.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
Okay, next is Dennis Du, and this is the director of Funan, which we have done an episode on. Again, we've done episodes on all of these.
Yep.
But that's definitely an underrated gem. It's the one.
Cool.
It's that one about the refugees.
Yep.
In Cambodia. Beautiful animation.
It's really a beautiful film.
Yeah. It's a tough one to watch, but it's really good.
Well, it is tough, but it's such a fine. It's just so well made, and it's very thought provoking. It was emotional. I thought I
would love to see what he does next, and I think he could definitely make the next flow.
Yeah.
So then next we have Masaki. Then we have Masaki Yuasa.
The Night is Short, Walk On Girl.
Yes, which is so bonkers and so beautiful.
It's a terrific film. And it's one of those I owe it to you, Rachel. I would not have seen it had you not recommended it.
Yeah. And we have an episode on it. So
that
was a very memorable episode because we were just like, this is so bonkers.
This movie was so crazy, but it's so interesting. And I know I'm so excited. I really hope he's got stuff he's doing,
Yeah. Next is Sunao Katabuchi, and this is the director of In This Corner of the World, which is an absolutely beautiful animated film about this woman who goes to the arranged marriage in Japan, in Hiroshima, and she lives through the bombing, and it's a movie that is it's a slice of life. So it won't be for everybody, but I think it's really, really a beautiful film. And I love just like being a part of this woman and like learning things. Like they go through this whole segment of how they had to make rice and how they had to puff it up so that it could feed more people. And I just love stuff like that. Like it's great.
It's really it's a beautiful film.
Yeah.
And I thought he was a very fine filmmaker.
And evidently, I'm so jealous of everybody over in Japan for many reasons. But one of the things is lately they have been having all of these stage adaptations of anime.
Oh yeah, right.
And the only one that we've gotten over here is that filming of The Spirited Away, which was incredible. But over in the UK, they've gotten Totoro and Spirited Away, and both been incredible, huge hits. But they also, it's not just Ghibli. They have a staging of In This Corner of the World, which I would love to see.
Rach, that's got your name written all over it.
Oh, I would love it. And I did interview. It's not a video interview. It's a written interview years ago when this movie came out. I interviewed Suno for
Oh,
Rotoscopers, so that was pretty cool. Next is Ignacio Ferreras, and this is the director of Wrinkles.
Yeah.
I have reviewed it, but I think this is the first one that we haven't done
I was going to say, I don't think you and I did an episode on All Right. I don't think, because I wanted to ask you, I don't think I've seen this film.
So it's really good. It's about these, it's a Spanish film. I did do obscure animation, so I did cover it, but it was before you signed on.
Okay. Yeah.
But Wrinkles, it's a lovely film. It's about these two men who are living in this nursing home, and basically how they scheme to get out, and their little plan, and it's great.
Yeah, because it came out in 2011, right? That's what I
that sounds right.
Yeah.
So that
before my time with you know with all of your cool podcasts.
Yeah, 2011. So I would love to see what he does next. Then we have Jorge R. Gutierrez. This is the director of The Book of Life.
Book of Life.
And lately, I know he's got a lot of projects that he's working on. He's very on social media as a fun follow. He's done a number of series too that I think he did that one that it was like Maya and the Incas or something like that. Yeah. So Maya and the Three, I think is what it's called. So anyway, but yeah, The Book of Life, that was gorgeous. I mean, it's unfortunate that it happened to kind of get sort of eclipsed by Coco, even though the movies have a lot of differences. It kind of got a little bit lost. But it's a really good little movie, and
well, it's such a stylish movie too. I just think I love the production design of it.
Yeah.
And I think I might have had just some issues, with maybe the pacing and the story of it, but still, it's visually a really exciting film, and in a way, almost kind of paved the way for Coco,
and I would just be really curious to see whatever he comes up with, because he is such a great artist, and so and to be able to make that without a major, I mean, I think it had a studio that distributed it, but it's not like it was Disney or DreamWorks or, so still. Pretty cool.
Maya and the Three looks like it's one of those that's on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's a series, I think.
Yeah. Television miniseries is what. Yeah.
So next we have Wes Anderson. Of course, he's done a number of animated films. Isle of Dogs.
Isle of Dogs is his most recent one. As far as animation goes.
I'm not sure about that. If that World of Henry Sugar, if that had any animation.
Right.
Remember, but but his most recent, was Isle of Dogs, his first features, and then Fantastic Mr. Fox, and so he always has the potential to make a great animated film.
Did you and I talked about Isle of Dogs, didn't we, Rachel? Maybe not.
On the podcast, I actually reviewed it with my friend Conrado, because he's a huge animation guy. I mean, a huge he's a huge Wes Anderson guy.
Yeah.
And so we talked about it with him, but we probably did talk about it that year. And I like it. I think it's a good film. But Fantastic Mr. Fox is my favorite.
Yeah, Fantastic Mr. Fox is perfection, really, and I enjoyed Isle of Dogs for the Wes Anderson-ness of it, if that makes sense, just because I love how both in live action and in his stop motion, he does the framing the same way, the way he just kind of his signature style, but it's just in a different format, and I think it's great. Really fun.
So next we have Alexandre Hebuan and Benoit Philippon. It's becoming more French. And they are the creators of Moon, Guardian of the Moon. And I believe that they ended up doing like series, and this was kind of became or is part of a franchise. But it really is an absolutely beautiful movie, and before you got on board, was an early obscure animation for me. So that's definitely more French people to work to I mean, it makes sense that they have Annecy in France, because you've got all this.
Yeah. Now, one thing that I saw with him, Rachel, is that he's attached to a film with the asterisk characters. You know
Oh,
that
okay. Yeah,
those
yeah, yeah.
French that French comic book like Viking,
Oh,
you
yeah.
know,
Oh, that'll be cool.
coming out in 2026.
Ooh,
So
that could definitely be the next flow.
I'm not. I'm kind of. I mean, I'm aware of asterisks, like the aesthetic and what these characters look
Yeah,
like, because I think they're very popular comic books, if I'm not mistaken. I remember seeing them a lot in Italy when I was, there, when I was living there, when I was doing, on my Elias mission there back in the
yeah.
day. Uh, and then also, there currently is, if I'm not mistaken, an asterisk series because our mutual friend Mark Brown wants me to watch it. So
Oh, really?
yeah. So anyway, but
That's
still
interesting. Cool.
interesting. Yeah,
Yeah, that
that
would be
he's
good.
attached to this um, uh, project.
Yeah,
He's Alexander Haboyan is the director, is what it shows, is what it
yeah,
says.
yeah.
So
Cool. All
anyway,
right. Next, we have Mark Osborne, the director of The Little Prince, which also got kind of lost in the pandemic, went to Netflix.
did you like that adaptation of The Little Prince that he
Um,
did?
I think that I was mixed on it. I don't think I actually went fresh on it, but he'd
Uh-huh.
still be somebody that I would be interested
Then you'd be
in.
interested to see his work, right?
Yeah. It was kind of messy narratively,
Yeah.
trying to do
I
so many different things, but it was
yeah.
pretty.
Yeah, I thought aesthetically it was nice. I didn't love it, and I don't know. That seems just like such a tough property. Has anyone successfully adopted that book or adapted
Yeah.
that book for the screen? I don't
Right.
know. I don't know.
I mean, that was I mean, I guess actually that wasn't at the pandemic. I was wrong. That was it was really
Was
2015.
it was it that early? I was like in my brain I was thinking it's 2019, but then again I don't know. Maybe I
Yeah,
have to
I
look it
thought it
up.
was it says 2015. Who
Oh wow.
knows? Who
Who
knows? I'm sorry,
knows?
I misspoke.
You're good. You're good.
But yeah, he hasn't done anything since then. And he was the director of the first Kung Fu Panda, so he has that experience.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, you never know what he could do. Next we have John Bubinek and Denisa Grimova. They directed this little stop motion movie called Even Mice Belong in Heaven, which I would like to do for obscure animation one of these days. It's really cute, very clever.
I'd like to
Uh,
see that, Rachel, because yeah, I
yeah,
haven't seen it. I don't believe,
no,
right? I don't think I've seen it.
no,
Okay.
and so
Came out in 2021, right?
yes, I think so. I don't think it came out here until it took longer to come out here. Um, so I'm not sure when it got I can't remember when it got the US release when I first
Okay.
saw it. But anyway, it's a cute story about this fox and this mouse becoming friends,
Becoming
and
friends.
yeah, and they're the two that I was talking about, the Czech Republic.
All
Two from
right.
Czech
Okay.
Republic. So
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
We'd like to take a second and thank our sponsor for this episode of the podcast. It's the Hallmarkies merch store.
Are you looking for that perfect gift for the postable, hardy, or Hallmarky in your life?
What about getting that t-shirt or hoodie that will help you stand out at your next holiday party?
Now is the time to check out the Hallmarkies merch store.
Full of festive designs by artists like Jessica Miller, Carrie from Hallmark Comics, and more.
You can even have more than just shirts, but totes, cell phone cases, notebooks, mugs, and more.
And it isn't just Hallmark. We have designs for Anna Green Gables, Man from Snowy River, The Nanny, and more.
Every purchase at the merch store goes to help support the podcast and allows us to make the great content you know and love.
There are frequent sales, so go to tpublic.com/stores/hallmarkies or see the link in the description.
That's tpublic.com/stores/hallmarkies.
Next, we have Signe Beaumanet, and she did Rocks in My Pockets, which we have an episode on.
Yes. Yes.
Which is so cool. It uses like different mediums. It's so personal. It's literally the story of not only her story of going through depression, but her ancestries, her family.
Yeah.
And she did on Love and Marriage, it was called, that was from last year.
Yeah.
But I was actually a Kickstarter funder on that one.
Oh, cool. Right.
Which I was happy to do. That was before. I wouldn't do that now as a critic. I would feel too weird.
Yeah.
But it was before I was on Rotten Tomatoes or anything like that, that I first sponsored her, and I have interviewed her, and she's just, I'd always be very curious to see what she comes up with, what she's
Yes.
gonna do. So next we have Bill Plimpton. We did an episode on his movie Cheatin', which has such a unique visual style.
Well, his signature style, right?
Yeah, the
is
sketchy animation.
Yeah.
He does a lot of adult themes, adult animation. But I could see him being the next. I could see him being the next animator that they decide to showcase and praise.
I
So
just remember, I know he's done a lot of commercial work.
yes,
He used to do some cool stuff for MTV, like
yes,
back
he
in the
did.
day.
Yeah,
That's where I think I was first introduced to his animation style.
yeah.
And but anyway,
It
anything from him is
it
cool.
feels very similar to like Ralph Bakshi and
Yeah.
um
Yeah.
and to like Terry Gilliam in the Monty Python, that similar style of animation in there.
Well, and as I recall too, like when we reviewed Cheatin', I think I did a little more research on his with his bio, and that uh he's just kind of figured out how to be self-funded, and he's just
Yeah.
he's right. Does that sound right, Rachel? Am I
Yeah.
making that
Oh
up?
yeah.
And
Yeah.
just what an interesting artistic life he has.
Yeah. Next up, I have Nora Twomey, and she was the director of The Breadwinner. She's also one of the co-founders of Cartoon Saloon. And that I don't think you could really say that Tom Moore would be the next Flo. I think that he's established enough.
Yeah.
I didn't have him on this list.
I thought was a good choice.
Yeah. But of course, I want him to be recognized.
We love his work.
I think that 2 of his films should have won, in my opinion, the years they were nominated. All 3 were nominated, which is incredible feat for a brand new studio. In some of those years, that was incredible. But I love Tom Moore. Nora Twomey, great. The Breadwinner was devastating, but very effective.
Very effective film. Very well made film.
And that's another one that I recapped with my friend Conrado.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw it, but I'm not sure. Yeah. If you and Conrado talked about it, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Next is from Just Tiff. It's one of this is the one that they said could be the next Flo. This is the one that they said could be the next Flo.
And did you see it, Tiff?
Yeah, I did. So it's Arco, and by director Ugo Benevenu.
Another French? Is it another Frenchman?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. And I believe so. He might be Belgian.
I'm looking him up.
I can't remember.
French.
Okay.
Based in Paris.
Okay, yeah. So I couldn't remember, but he this film, I liked it. It's beautiful. I'm not the biggest sci-fi person, so it was a little boring to me, but it's very pretty. I do think it will get nominated.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think it'll have enough of a campaign. It'll have enough of it's doing all the festivals. So I think it will get one of those spots. But yeah, so
exciting.
Yeah. Next is Gabriel Batar and Andre Catoto, and they directed, I think they were from, it's either Brazil or Argentina, I can't remember. They did a little movie called Tito and the Birds a couple of years ago that was beautiful, and I interviewed them back then for Rotoscopers.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So for a written interview. Yeah, Brazil.
Yeah, he's based out of Sao Paulo, Brazil.
Yeah. So they have definitely potential. Great potential.
Exciting.
And then we're almost done. So Zach Parrish, Us Again. I loved that short so much. I just thought it was absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
It's one of my favorite things that Disney has produced in the last 10 years. I would definitely, if I was making a list of my favorite Disney things from the last 10 years, it would be on that list.
Yeah.
I loved it.
That short was so brilliant.
So good. I still cannot believe that it didn't get nominated.
I can't either. Between that and Once Upon a Studio, I don't know
Ugh,
that. I know Once Upon a Studio is kind of just really playing to the Disney fan, but still, it's so charming and so well
yeah,
made and so technically
unbelievable.
excellent. Anyway, unbelievable,
Unbelievable.
unbelievable.
But
But
I just absolutely love this. And I think he's still um
is
is
he still
still working for Netflix animation. I
okay?
don't know if I know he's been involved in all of those projects, but I don't think he's directed anything since.
Yeah.
But I could remember, but he's a great follow, not only for his animation, but also his cute little daughter. It's adorable. So I enjoyed interviewing him on the here on the channel, so you should check that out. Okay, then we have Charlie Kaufman. You never know what Charlie Kaufman will make. Of course, he did Anomalisa that was nominated,
Yeah.
and he also was he didn't direct the Orion and the Dark, which I think was underrated, and I have no idea why they didn't release that in theaters at all. It ended up winning Emmys for best, I think, animated TV movie or something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Or it ended up winning stuff, so I guess that was their plan. But it's just, to me, it was not that different than Inside Out 2. I mean, Inside Out 2 makes $1.5 billion,
Yeah.
and this gets $0. It's bonkers to me. I really enjoyed it. He was a writer on that. You could feel his influence. So you never count him out for
Yeah.
animation, for Charlie Kaufman. And just for creativity in general.
Hmm. Yeah, true.
Next we have Ari Folman. So we covered his film The Congress on the pod,
Yeah.
and boy, you look at that now. That was 2013, I believe, and how much more relevant does that
Oh my
movie
stars.
now?
Prophetic in a lot of ways, you know.
It's scary. I
Yeah,
mean,
scary.
you hear about all these AI actresses and
Yeah. Yeah.
AI, and what maybe seemed a little far-fetched in 2013, someone
It's
selling their
yeah,
likeness for AI,
here
like
we are.
Robin Wright does in that movie.
Yep.
Doesn't seem that crazy anymore.
No, it
Yeah.
doesn't.
And of course, Waltz with
The
Bashir.
Wasp with
Great.
Sheer was such a fine. I just thought
Devastating.
it was,
Devastating.
and I thought, but I was brilliant.
Yeah, agreed. All
And
right.
yeah, effective, such an
Yeah.
effective use of animation
Yeah.
too, you know.
Agreed. Yeah, last one is Sylvain Chomet, and he, of course, did the Triplets of Belleville. He did the illusion, the illusion, anyway,
The Illusionist, if I'm
the
not
illusionist.
mistaken.
Yeah, the illusionist, and he has A Marvelous Life coming out this year.
Oh yeah, I show it, Rachel, as A Magnificent Life, but I could be wrong.
Oh, I might have written it down wrong.
Yeah.
But it's about Marcel Pagnol, and I've heard that it's just okay, that it's not amazing. My friends who saw it at cons and at Annecy said that it was just okay.
Just
That
okay.
yeah. So it might not, because I was thinking this could be a real contender because they have been recognizing animators, and he's so beloved, Sylvain Chomet,
Yeah.
that I could see that one. But I guess I'll just have to wait until I see it and what kind of campaign. I still think it has a good chance of getting nominated with the right campaign.
Yeah.
I mean, just because this year is so weird, I think it still has a pretty good shot of getting nominated. But I guess we'll see. But yeah, he was the best. It was the best part of the Joker Folie à Deux. he did the opening credits for Joker Folie à
that
Deux.
horrible film.
Yeah. So, anyway.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So there we go. We did it, and
We did it, Rage.
So hopefully that gave you all some ideas of people to
Something
look
to think about. And
I
again, I know that I already said this in the beginning, but I really think that the next flow is going to be from Gint's, and it's
Yeah, I
going to be
think so.
Limbo.
so.
But you never know.
You
You never know. I mean, there could be some stuff that just comes in that you and I both will just be like, "Wow, what in the world? This was so great."
And hopefully, at the very least, that this gave you a list of incredible animators and animated films
Films that you
and
should
episodes
definitely
of the
check out.
podcast that you
Yeah,
should listen
check
to.
out. Yeah.
Because we've done so many episodes on these great movies, so you should check those out. And I just there's so many incredible, talented people. It's just really exciting, and so we want to hear from you listening what you think of maybe people we missed, because it's already like a 2-hour
definitely.
podcast. So let us know who we might have missed, who you think is up there. Especially, there's a lot of shorts directors who will get. We talked about a couple, but a lot of them will then now get their first shot, and they'll do an amazing film. So if you know any of those, just put in the comments. And if what you think of the ones that we talked about, love to hear that. And put that in the comments. And Stanford, how can people find you?
I've got a movie podcast called Movies Past and Present. You can find me wherever you listen to podcasts, or also go to moviespastandpresent.com.
Great. And you can find me at Rachel's Reviews, all over social media, iTunes, YouTube, and on Rotten Tomatoes. So check that out. And check out the playlist with all of our obscure animation, talking animation episodes. We'd love for you to take a look at all of those. And if you are listening on iTunes, please leave your ratings and reviews. That really helps us a lot. And if you're watching on YouTube, please give the video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. We sure appreciate that so much. We also have the Patreon group, which is the biggest way you can support everything I'm doing. You get to be part of watch alongs, Q&As, you get bonus episodes, lots of fun stuff. So please check out the Patreon. And you can even be our guest on episodes if with the right tier. Check that out. And then we have the merch store where you can get #animation junkie. I'm an animation girl. A bunch of fun designs of shirts. So check that out. And thanks so much, everybody. We'll talk to you later. Bye.